All right. So today is May 28th, Friday, May 28th. And today for my STEM classes, today is the last day to turn in any makeup work. I'm going to be grading basically tomorrow all the work that you turned in today. If you turn in work after today, there's no guarantee that I will be able to grade it. Okay. So that's why I have a deadline for you. It's today. If you turn in your work today, I'll have time to grade it. So you have to make sure, like, if you want your grade to be improved, make sure you get your stuff into me today. So I have enough time to grade it. For those of you who are like, oh, I'll just turn it in on Thursday, the last day of school. Dude, grades are due Thursday. So I will 100% not have time to grade it. So you got to make sure that you turn your stuff today. And then the kids on the promotion review board, you've already been contacted. I got to let Mr. Healy and Mr. Muniz and Ms. Andrews know if your grade has increased to above an F, so they can take you, at least for my class, out of that list. So I have to make sure, like, okay, did you turn in everything in today? So then I can send that email to Ms. Andrews, Mr. Healy, and Mr. Muniz saying, like, okay, this student is no longer on the STEM F list. They brought their grade up. Or, yep, they're still on the F list. It's all up to you. Just the last 12 hours. You have 12 hours to improve your STEM grade or mess it up completely. Okay, so what are we working on today? What we're going to be working on today is your final presentation. Let's go over it one more time so you can hit and get all your points. So if I go down here to this week, final presentations, right? If you click on it, it gives you a pretty good idea what I'm looking for and how I'm grading you. So you have your title slide with your name and your period. Second slide could be your drain picture and description of the location. So picture and description of location. So is it on a public street? Is it in your like apartment complex? Is it on a busy street? Is it like in a neighborhood street? For those of you who have, like, I know it was like Nick who was on a busy street and he has like auto shop near it. Like, so I would take a picture of like the auto shop to like the drain auto shop. So we make the connection. Your slide number 3 is the pollution you want to focus or problem you're focusing and why. Oh, look, capitalized. Why? Why is this a problem? Why is this pollutant a problem? Why is this physical problem? Okay. Now, slide number 4. What's your solution? Some of you, like, hello, what's the solution? You presented to me your drain and a problem, but what's your solution? The whole point of this project is like, well, what's your solution? What are you gonna do about it? And is it a source or is it a treatment control? And we went over that on a video for Tuesday, I think it was Tuesday, the video. And then, like, okay, what's the end product? So it kind of goes with your solution and what do you expect? So if my solution is to create a flyer, cool. What does your flyer look like? And what do you hope to do with this flyer? What do you want? What do you imagine it being in 6 months after you implemented your flyer, or after you spoke to your neighbors, or did a campaign, or did an assembly, or a video, or whatnot? What do you expect at the end of it? In the best world scenario, what do you expect? Of course, realistic as well. We're not doing number 6. So if there's any next steps, like for those of you who are doing treatment control, how are you going to contact, like your next steps would be to contact the city, right? Try to include your pictures of your drain, of you if you have any pictures of you cleaning out the drain, if you have any pictures of you testing, if you have any pictures of, oh, the watershed. I don't know if any of you took pictures of when we did that. Remember the watershed when we poured water and with like cranberry juice and we did like the sprinkles activity. If you have any pictures of that. A script for your presentation must also be turned in at the time of your presentation. So this is like Google Slides, right? You can also do it like, if you want to use a Canva poster, that's cool, but it's going to have to include all of this information. So Canva posters might involve you doing 2 or 3 Canva posters. If you're going to do a video, just make sure you hit all those points. You introduce your like your location, your like your watershed location, things like that. So it can be presented in many, many different ways. What I was talking to you about on, was it Wednesday? I think Wednesday. I was talking to you about having a presentation where you don't have text in your presentation. All of the text is in your like speaker notes. Let me show you what I mean again. See if it loads for me. It's loading. I'm not going to find it. And I don't know what it was called. Let's see if I can find it. No, I can't find it. But you know where I can find it? YouTube. What do you mean, Miss O'Malley? Well, I record all my lessons and I can always go back and check the videos. I need you to turn in your Google Slides or presentation, however you're going to present it to me, on Canvas. You can also, let's see, share your slides if you want to. If any of you want to present to adults, let me know. We're gonna have a special presentation where Public Works, the people who actually maintain our storm drains, are gonna come out and hear our presentations. The city's gonna come out, Department of Ed from Santa Barbara and from Orange County are gonna be there. Mr. Muniz is gonna be there, district people are gonna be there. So it's a pretty big presentation. So if you want to participate in that presentation, let me know and I'll send you some of the info. Oh, look, 17 of you have seen this video. Aw, thanks guys, increasing my views. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you this part of this video where I go into how I would love to see your Google Slides. It's different. It's different than any Google slide you've turned in because it has no writing. So basically, yes, it's Wednesday. Let's see. I can find where I talk about. Oh, here it is. So I just kind of did like a really rough draft, and you don't have to follow this. If you're like, Miss Amelia, that's too limiting. I know, I think it could be more creative if I do it this way, by all means. This is like the minimum. Like, this is like, I have no idea what to do. This is a minimum. So first slide, your introduction. If you don't want to follow this, like when I say, oh, it's limiting, that means you're going to do more than this, not less than this. For those of you who are doing less than this, you are going to earn a lower grade. So what I'm showing you is the minimum. For those of you who are like, no, I want more, do more. Second slide, your drink. What's your problem with your drink? What's your solution? Is it a source or a treatment? What is the solution? How are you going to implement the solution, right? Or do we have to build something? Do we have to educate? Assemblies, posters, videos, what? How are you gonna implement it? And then maybe like an impact or a closing, like I hope that this will eliminate blah, blah, blah in our stormwater. So this would be super, 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 super basic outline of your presentation. Real boring, just presentation. But if you're like, no, Miss Emily, I totally want to do it this way or do that way, cool. But make sure you hit these points. So make sure I know what your drain looks like. Make sure that you clearly state what the problem of your drain is. Make sure you include your solution and how you're going to implement your solution and a conclusion. Okay, so even if you're like, no, I want to do something else, make sure you do include that information. This was just like super basic outline. You have to, for those of you who are like, you all have to describe the problem. Like, how do you know it's a problem? You either know it's a problem because you literally tested for them. And we didn't test for every chemical out in the world. We only tested for like 6 different chemicals. So you're going to choose one of those 6 chemicals. For those of you who it's a visual problem, you're going to show me the problem. Go out there and take a picture of the problem. All right. Are there any questions? The reason I went over this again, what is it called? Case study. Okay, so I can search for it, case study. Oh, so I was also going to show you where to write your speaker notes. So your Google, your slides shouldn't have very much text. It should just have like a heading. Your text, what you're going to say in your presentation on Tuesday and Wednesday. So we're presenting in class on Tuesday and Wednesday. Here at the bottom, which is why I need you to share your slides, I guess, at the end of the day. Here at the bottom, this is where you type the information. Down there, down here. Some of you completely ignored me when I told you that. And it's like, dude, I need you to type it in right here at the bottom. So your slides are just a basic title and a picture. And then we just listen to what you're saying. And it's all typed out here. You type here. Type. All down here. I'm working on the final presentation to showcase, the adult, and there's only just this as writing. The rest of it's down here in the notes. So, is your picture powerful enough to capture the attention of your audience? And then all the information is down here. It's secret. Only you can see it, and your teacher once you share the file. All right. Are there any questions? So you have 55 minutes to work on your presentation, 55 minutes to figure out what other late work you want to turn in, 55 minutes, okay?